So getting ready for our IMCA modified heat races. First heat race will line up like this in the 43A out of Hemet, California. It's Anthony Merritt with Jimmy Mills in the 16 out of Queen Creek, Arizona to his outside. Jake Pike, driver out of Pahrump, Nevada. He'll line up inside row 2 in the 223 with Jeremy Madrid in the 23M out of Coolidge, AZ with Bubba Stafford lined up inside row number 3 and Whitman, Arizona driver. In the 40JR, Kelly Johnson, 61J out of Peoria, Arizona. He'll be lined up to the outside of Bubba Stafford. Brenda Kirby makes up the inside of row number 4 out of Bullhead City, Arizona in the 5B. Then you see the Rhino Ryan Roth to the outside of Brenda Kirby. Chad Stevens rounding out the field. So yeah, a couple of team cars right there. Kelly Johnson, Chad Stevens, and Ryan Roth does a lot of stuff with those drivers as well, all starting in the back of this heat race number 1 for your IMCA modifieds.
Let's go, double it up, we're going green.
As the lights are out, we are green. Flag racing here for the Santan Ford IMCA modifieds. And Anthony Merritt washes up the racetrack. That allows Jimmy Mills to drive away, as now it's going to be Merritt and Jeremy Madrid side by side down the back straightaway. Madrid up to the top side of the racetrack. Merritt down low, give that spot to Madrid as Mills leads lap number 1, followed by Madrid and Merritt, and they're side by side for that 4th spot. The 223 of Jake Pike down to the inside. The 40JR of Bubba Stafford as they go side by side for a second again. Jeremy Madrid almost lost the handle of that car off of turn number 2. Will lose the second spot to Anthony Merritt as Bubba Stafford tries to creep down his inside. Now can't quite do anything with him. That is a battle for third right now between 3 drivers as Jake Pike's in the mix as well. And that 223 as Anthony Merritt goes way up high. They go 4 wide there for a brief moment, with Merritt all the way on the top side of the racetrack. Madrid, Stafford, and Pike down low. Now Bubba Stafford falling down low as they go 3 wide once again for a brief moment. Ryan Roth has now creeped in the picture as Jake Pike makes contact with Anthony Merritt down the front straightaway. Great racing here as Anthony Merritt has all sorts of issues right now in that 43A. He falls from 2nd all the way back to the 5th spot. See some sparks and flames flying out of that race car. I believe there might be some debris on the racetrack. Trying to get word right now as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it's all Jimmy Mills right now in the 16 full straightaway lead as Bubba Stafford starts to put the moves on the 23M of Madrid. He looked to the outside. Now he's going to dart down the inside. Try to diamond off turn number 4 and try to see if he can't pull up side by side with him. As he does that, here comes Jake Pike to the inside of Bubba Stafford for 3rd. Pike down low, trying to throw the slider on him. Can't quite do it. They do make a little contact. It looked like at the apex of 1 and 2. Ryan Roth now creeps into your picture for that battle for 3rd. Ryan Roth in the 45 Rhino right now trying to dig that car as they go 3 wide off of turn number 4. Stafford has the position off of 4, hanging on to it. Going to try to reel in the 23M of Madrid once again as Ryan Roth down the inside of Jake Pike. White flag in the air this time for Jimmy Mills. He is all on an island out front. He is self-quarantining away from these race cars right now, battling second on back as Ryan Roth goes around. He got a little help from the 43A of Anthony Merritt. See if the yellow flag flies. It will indeed. So Ryan Roth goes around. Yellow flag is out. The 43A of Anthony Merritt will be a DQ for rough driving. And I can tell you right now, Ryan Roth does not appear to be too happy with the driver of that 43A of Anthony Merritt. So getting ready for a restart here. We'll be, I believe, 1 lap, green and white together. Jimmy Mills and Jeremy Madrid. 1 lap to decide this one. Jimmy Mills definitely had the car to beat. He was a half a lap ahead of this field to see if he has anything for him here this final lap as Bubba Stafford looks to the inside of Madrid. He'll move into that 2nd spot. Bubba Stafford sneaks by Jeremy Madrid as they race down the back straightaway. Jimmy Mills, he will pull away as he has his sights set on the checkered flag. It will wait for him. He'll win heat race number 1, followed by Bubba Stafford, Jeremy Madrid, Jake Pike, and Brenda Kirby rounds out your top 5. Chad Stevens, Kelly Johnson rounding out the field as 16 and Jimmy Mill will drop it down and go to the skills. We get ready for our 2nd heat race of the night for the modifieds. It's going to be the 44 Jason Knoll and the 31T of Tom Smith, your front row. Last night's winner, the 5M Zach Madrid. He'll line up inside row 2 with Alyssa Smith to her outside. Austin Cool, Cody Peabody in row number 3. Norman Upton, the 56. Doug Meeks in the 8M. And Michael Thang, Wild Thang in the 36T. Your field of 9 going green here at Arizona Speedway. 2nd IMCA modified heat race of the night. And Tom Smith will be the early race leader off of turn number 2 with Jason Knoll in a 2nd as those 2 drivers Go to the top side of the racetrack. Zach Madrid trying to work the top side of the racetrack as well. He almost lost a little bit of the handle on that race car as here comes the 77X of Austin Cool, looking to the inside of Alyssa Smith. Cool can't do anything with her for that 4th position as the top 2 have driven away from Zach Madrid. Now Madrid has himself built up a little bit of a cushion between himself and Alyssa Smith. They do go side by side behind her, though. Norman Upton to the inside of Austin Cool. That's battle for 5th on the racetrack. Austin Cool trying to use the outside line now, see if he can get some momentum off of turn number 2 and reel in the 31 of Alyssa Smith. Down the back straightaway, he's going to drive down the inside of her. Here comes Norman Upton. They go 3 wide now for that 4th spot. Alyssa Smith hangs on to it on the outside line as those 3 drivers duke it out for that position. Here comes the 38T of Wild Thing, Michael Thing. Out front, it's still the 31T of Tom Smith with Jason Knoll and a Zach Madrid. So Tom Smith has about a half a car length advantage over Jason Knoll off of turn number 2. Now he's going to drive away by about 2 car lengths over Knoll. Zach Madrid back there about another car length and a half back of the 44 of Knoll. Alyssa Smith has herself pretty good spot in that 4th position right ahead of Austin Cool as Jason Knoll might get a little help from a lap car. Here you see the 77 AZ of Cody Peabody right ahead of Tom Smith as Smith, though, drives away down the back straightaway from Knoll. He's going to widen out his gap as Knoll has some issues working his way around Peabody, and Zach Madrid had to get on the binders off of turn number 4 that lap. So Zach Madrid shows a little slide job there at the 77 of Peabody. Not too happy with the way Peabody was racing, and now Peabody's going to stack up the field 4th on back as the white flag does fly for Tom Smith. He'll get the white flag, lead him into turn number 1. Using that high line is the 31T of Tom Smith down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. One final time here in heat race action for him here in heat race number 2. The Santan Ford IMCA modified heat race number 2 winner will be Tom Smith indeed, followed by Jason Knoll. Zach Madrid comes home in 3rd with Alyssa Smith and Austin Cool rounding out your top 5. So heat race number 3 on the racetrack. On the pole in the 19W is Lance White. Roy Poling in the 2X will be to his outside. Robbie Sawyer in the 198 in row number 2 on the inside with Sean Stacy to his outside, the M22. That's going to be Chaz Baca Jr., Russell Allen, Marvin Mueller. Inside of row number 4, Carla Laney to her outside, and Hayden Bender rounds out the field of 9 here in heat race number 3. Lights are out. Field is set. Green flag in the air. And they come off of turn number 2. Roy Poling's going to get turned by Sean Stacy in the 22. Poling, though, gets back in the gas, and we will stay green here in heat race number 3. As Robbie Miller is the race leader as he will try to lead the field off of turn number 2. Lance White now trying to take over that top spot. Saw Robbie Sawyer having some issues during the hot laps. Came out with the stock cars. Actually have been having some motor issues. Fighting off the gremlins as Sean Stacy now looks to the inside of Lance White. That's a battle for 2nd. Sean Stacy, like I said last week, won a race down over in Cortez, Colorado. Here and trying to get some momentum here going into the season here at Arizona Speedway here this week, and as he will take over that 2nd spot as Chaz Baca Jr. tries to diamond off turn number 4, pull down the inside of Lance White. He'll do just that. Side by side with the 19W goes Chaz Baca Jr. He'll take over the 3rd spot. Lance White now in 4th. Russell Allen in 5th. He goes way high on the racetrack. That opens up the door for Carla Laney in the 96. She'll try to take over that spot as they go side by side. Drag race on turn number 3. Now Laney washes up the racetrack. Russell Allen drives away from her. Diamonds off turn number 4 and pulls right past Lance White in the 19W. So move Russell Allen into the 4th spot. Now White has to try to hold off and defend that 5th position over the 96 machine of Carla Laney as Robbie Sawyer is the man out front in the 198, showing the way. Roy Poling able to fight back and move up a spot over Marvin Mueller as Hayden Bender did not make the call here for this 3rd heat race of the night for the IMCA Modifieds. But Robbie Sawyer is the man out front showing the way, followed by Sean Stacy, Chaz Baca Jr. Will be a battle for 2nd as they come off of turn number 2. It's Stacy and Baca by about half a car length. Stacy has that position as Baca going to drop the nose down low with the white flag flying for Robbie Sawyer. So Robbie Sawyer comes off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. He's your race leader here on the final lap, entering turn number 3. Off of turn 4, one final time, Robbie Sawyer will win heat race number 3. We'll see who comes away with second. It will be Sean Stacy over Chaz Baca Jr. Russell Allen in 4th. 5th will be Lance White. You're ready for heat race number 4. On the pole, number 5 is going to be Roy Minks out of Show Low, Arizona, with John Morris in the 4AZ out of Queen Creek, Arizona, to his outside. Then it's going to be Lance Murray, Baby Cakes in the 19 SB out of Centro, California, lined up inside row 2 with the Rio Rancho, New Mexico driver, and the 3J of Josh Kane. Kane was faster in hot laps. Mike Stroll will drive for Eric Center this weekend out of Surprise, Arizona. He'll be in the number 6 car inside of row number 3 with Bill Miller to his outside out of Yuma, Arizona, in the 36. Brandon Eckelberger lines up inside row 4 in the 66. Randy Arns on the 101 at Kingman, Arizona, to his outside. Chuck Gronke will round out the field of 9 in the 23C as we get ready for the 4th and final heat race for your Santan Ford IMCA Modifieds. All right, lights are out. Field getting ready to rock and roll here for the final heat race of the night for the Modifieds. Roy Meeks, John Morris, Lance Murray, Josh Kane, Mike Stroll, Bill Miller, Brandon Eckelberger, Randy Arns, and Chuck Gronke. Your field of 9, green flags in the air. We're underway. 8 laps close out the IMCA Modifieds here tonight at Arizona Speedway in their heat race action as John Morris trying to lead lap number 1 here at heat race number 4, the John Morris Classic. Lance Murray, though, trying to spoil that parade, pulls up side by side with the pole sitter Roy Meeks, but will be Morris leading lap number 1, followed by Murray and Meeks. Now here comes Lance Murray in the 19 SB. He's going to look for the top spot as he goes side by side with Morris off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Morris up top, Murray down the inside. John Morris so far able to hold off as Roy Meeks has a little bit of an issue in the number 5 machine. He'll drop from a 3rd. He'll lose 4 spots all the way back to the 7th position as Morris right now will lose the spot to Lance Murray, who goes around the outside of him. So move Morris back to 2nd. Bill Miller still holding strong right now in that 3rd position, the 36 car, following Josh Kane in the 3J in the 4th position. Randy Arns right now in 5th. That's the 6 car in the 6th. In the 66 is in the 6th spot of Brandon Eckelberger. But here comes Roy Meeks trying to get some of that positions back that he lost earlier in this heat race. He looks to the inside of Eckelberger. Tried to complete the pass on him off of turn number 2. He'll do just that off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Lance Murray still the man out front, with almost a full straightaway advantage now over John Morris, who's falling to the clutches of the 36 of Bill Miller here with 2 laps to go as Lance Murray crosses the stripe. Just 2 to go here in this final heat race of the night for the Santan Ford IMCA Modifieds. And Miller drops his nose down the inside, trying to take that 2nd spot away from Morris, tried to slide him up, come across right across the nose of the 4 FC of Morris as Morris comes right back to the inside. They're going to slice and dice for that 2nd spot as the white flag flies for Lance Murray. Give the 2nd spot back to Miller now. As Morris drops the nose down to turn number 1, he's going to try to pull up side by side once again with Bill Miller. Can't quite do anything with him as Miller will drive away as Lance Murray will lead him off at turn number 4. He'll win heat race number 4.